Hi my loves, welcome back to Trend Talks. Thank you for tuning in. As always, please remember to like, share and hit that subscribe button. And if you're up for it, you can also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates from this channel. Now let me get straight to the point. Camilla has a set of instructions that you peasants must follow every time she graces you peasants with her presence. Am I clear? She has a list of instructions that you peasants should follow should she grace you with her presence. And I've seen these instructions going viral on social media and people are in awe, like people are stunned. Like there's two stunned to speak. Like, wait, what? Camilla? If this was Megan, we know this would be a different story. But when I read some of these instructions, you guys are going to be like, OMG, what in the world? Are we back in the 1950s and 40s? This is 2025. What's happening? What in the world is happening? Because imagine, right, being invited to a women's prize or even winning one and not being allowed to have a normal, natural conversation with Camilla, who didn't even finish high school and never worked a day in her life. Plus, being instructed to bow or curtsy to her. I mean, personally, it could never be me. And I've seen a lot of people say, hey, it could never be me either. It could never ever be me either. So let me read some of these rules and you guys are going to be like, Miraju, you're making that up. No, I'm not. So here's for it's Women Prize Trust and the Royal Protocol. You know how they always have protocols in place for Megan, and then they don't exist, but since it's Megan, Megan broke this and this, so here's another protocol for Camilla, but it has instructions. So Women's Prize Trust, and here's the Royal Protocol. So thank you for joining us for our private reception marking 30 years of the Women's Prize for Fiction. Her Majesty the Queen will arrive shortly. Please read the protocol below in advance. So here's number one. After you've been checked in to the green room, you will be arranged into groups and given your lanyard to wear, which is compulsory. Second, please remain in your groups as the VIP makes her way through the tent. You will be introduced to her in turn. Third, as the VIP approaches your group, please ensure you are not holding anything in your hands. Put down glasses, etc., whatever you have in your hands. And then four, follow her lead. Allow the queen to begin, steer and end the conversation. And then 5, on presentation to the queen, the conventional formal address is Your Majesty, and subsequently ma'am, pronounced to rhyme with jam. 6, men are expected to bow from the neck. Women can either bow or curtsy. If you curtsy, it is just a short bob and bow of the head. 7, those who do not wish to bow or curtsy do not have to. Technically, only those who have the king as their head of state need to bow or curtsy. Citizens of other countries may bow or curtsy if they wish, but are not required to do so. So those are the rules, the instructions, the protocol, you peasants. Did you hear that? That's what you need to do whenever Camilla graces your presence. Imagine you win an award or maybe you're invited and you can't even have a natural conversation with the so-called queen. She's the one who starts it and ends it. You can't even have a natural conversation with this person. Can you imagine that? Mind you, Camilla, who did not even finish high school and never worked a day in her life, you are supposed to adhere to these protocols. And I love the backlash that she's getting on social media. And this is just, what era are we in? The backlash is getting like, I will never, wait, what? You win something and then instead of just being natural and no, you can't. She takes the lead on everything. You got to bow down, bitches. You need to bow down. Anyway, let me just get straight to the comments because that's where the fun part is. Let me get to the comments. Hold on. So Republic Group had to jump in, of course, they don't miss out on anything. And they said, do not have to bow. Need to bow. Expected to bow. I think you know what is expected of peasants like you. And then you have Carol says, would it be me either? I'd say 80% of women would avoid her like the plague. And then you have Katerina says, and they call Megan a narcissist. Camilla is a woman with no proper education, no academic profession, no work experience, no sufficient charity work before marriage. All she was doing for her 77 years of life was sleeping with Charles. And these people are expected to bow to her? Good one. Lorraine says, I wouldn't bow or curtsy to Charlie Boy. Never mind his side piece. And then Glow says, oh my, how could anyone in the UK stand any of this? And as an aid, this will not make any waves at all. But can you imagine if that was about someone else than Camilla here? This would have been used to bully her for years. We know who that is. Sally says, pronounced to rhyme with jam. Really? And then Tia says, me too. If I were invited to that, I'd skip it. Head to Windsor Castle, visit the Queen's tomb, curtsy to her, Phil, George, V, and his wife, even though I never liked the Queen mother, but I still would do it. Then come back and claim my legs are asleep. Savage. And then Eunice says, excuse me, what they mean is that if you are born in that island, you have to curtsy. A squad living in that island, I really feel bad for you guys. I really do. That is so sad. You have to bow down if you're living from that land. And then Marcus says, she is always the epitome of style and grace. Bow down. Look at that image. And then Michael says, who would really consider listening to Cami's incoherent gibberish a prize? A Bobby prize maybe? Sarah says, outdated nonsense. No way would I curtsy to her. She's no more than Charlie's mistress. Pin that, I like that. And then you have Alexa says, so the queen, whose major accomplishment was being side piece to a future king, has to give instructions to the actual accomplished women being honored. No wonder they couldn't accept Meghan. I get that. I can see that too. Then you have Harry says, I wouldn't even turn up for her or any of the grifting parasites. And then Heretical says, she will be lucky if I gave her a middle finger. That's wild. And then Phil says, incredible having to bow to an adulteress. And Scottish says, why should anybody be wanting to be bowing to their head of state in 2025? A good question. That was what I'm also asking the same. Why should they? Then Kelly says, who would even want to have a conversation with her? She always looks so cranky. Yeah. It's like... And there's so many comments, and the way people are ripping her, they're tearing her apart with her stupid instructions, the so-called protocol. Whatever she graces you with her presence, you need to bow down or curtsy. Hope you peasants get that. This woman is something else. The audacity. She's uneducated. She does not have any accomplishments, and she does, ask other women who are more highly accomplished than her to bow down, to curtsy. Oh, they can't even have a natural conversation with her. She's the one in charge of that conversation. She starts it, she ends it. I mean, she's scared because these are very highly accomplished women. What can she do? She'll look like crazy. She cannot even put two words together. So anyway, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And please remember to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. I'm Erupts. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.